Hey folks, this is Noble Rambler and welcome to another episode of Let's Play RimWorld. We're in Alpha 13 in our town of Cougar's Hope, and the toxic fallout has finally lifted. Good news. Kind of evaluating the map as a result of all that. There's so much that's got to get done now in what little season we have left before snow hits. I see our Thrumbos over here, and female, healthy, 113 years old, and has a horn that is worth a lot. Do we go after it is the question. We don't really need the slaughtered colonists that may result from it, but it might be nice to have the extra silver, depending on who would buy it and for what price. So there's that to think about. Nettie is out deconstructing ship parts. Rokes is doing that. And where am I? Up here. Klaus is refueling the generator. So he's looking for wood to get this guy up and running again. Okay. Eric and Michael are asleep. Remy's wandering. Bran is trying to convince Lumi that this is the best colony you could ever want to be part of. And Lumi doesn't look all that impressed. Rabbit, how you doing? He's got a superior charge rifle. He's cooking a fine meal. A little bit of toxic buildup still in him, so he's still complaining about feeling sick. And he's got worn out apparel. Cramped environment and feeling bad. Otherwise, mood's pretty good. In fact, let's run through the moods really quick. Anybody in bad shape? Not really. Pretty good all the way around. If that had lasted much longer and certain ones had never left the inside of the base, after a while they will build up a cabin fever. I wonder if Lumi's doing that now. Nope, it hasn't been there long enough yet. There, after a certain amount of time, there'll be like a -15 cabin fever, and just a matter of getting them outside again, then back in, and it cancels it immediately. Of course, you can't really do that with a prisoner. Speaking of prisoner, and I haven't started the game on purpose, there's a few things I want to talk about before we get going, because I kind of want to do all of them at the same time. I'm trying to figure out how to make that happen. I need to be watching these guys do this so that they don't leave before they haul back the components. So that's kind of what I'm worried about there. Need to get our security walls built, and was chatting back and forth with Kathy Osborne about that, and she came up with something that I thought was a great idea. Before, if those of you who were watching the Alpha 12 series, we would set up a wall. It was across and up, and another one. And the enemies would basically say enter right here between the walls, go through traps as they make the pathway in, and then out into here. And a couple of turrets aimed at that spot and take them out. There will be doors crossing through those walls in various places so that our people can just walk straight through. They don't have to make the gauntlet, they don't have to make the path. And in the other playthrough, I had like 3 or 4 sets of these walls, so they had to weave themselves back and forth, going through trap after trap. That's a pretty good plan. The difficult part of it is that if you release a prisoner, and Bran grabs Lumi and just lets her go right here, she can't walk through the doors and escape. She has to walk the gauntlet, and she's dead before she gets through. And I was trying to figure out how to avoid that. I mean, one way to avoid it is put a door at the end, and that way any door is viable, and she'll just kind of bust her way through a couple and leave. But if there's an open pathway, they've got to take the pathway. So Kathy Osborne came up throughout the suggestion, why not just have you build your prison so that the door is on the outside, and that they may be released that way. If there's a prison break, they may escape that way. They won't necessarily fight their way through the whole colony and attacking everybody that they see. So one way to get rid of a potentially bad problem is just let them go. So I got to trying to figure out what to do with this refrigerator space when we move it into here. And maybe this is the new prison. And with a door down here. as well as a door up in here so that Brand and Rabbit can come through the inside and do any chatting and whatnot with the prisoners, wardening, and doctor visits, that sort of thing. But if they riot and if they do try to escape, I don't know if it's a roll of the dice which door they will use, or if all doors are viable, or how that works. That's something we're going to find out when it happens. But I'm thinking about converting the kitchen, the refrigerator, into a new prison. I don't know what we'll do with this space unless it's part of that somehow. But a door out here, then we need to get walls up through here. And I think I'm going to double wall this, make it stronger, and then punch a wall up like here to here. And do that same system of walking through between the walls to get in. Probably in is right here, and in is right here. Both those are far enough distance away that turrets over here and here can be aiming at it. Our people can be behind a line of stones and shooting and then get back inside if they need to. Kind of the same thing here. All the battle will happen up over here away from things. So it's just a matter of getting all that laid out. So we have that construction to do. Need to get the kitchen going though, which means I need to get Nettie. Really, I need to get her building those doors. Well, we'll let her and Rokes do that work. We got to think about Brand failed, 2% chance, but our Thrumbo. Do we want to try and take it down? And if so, how do we do it? We could turn the turrets on it and pretty much have to replace 4 more turrets. We could build a door right here, which I wanted to anyway. Couple of our best shots right here. Thrumbo wanders in. They start shooting. Thrumbo gets angry, runs at them. They run through the door, get on the other side. Thrumbo's out of sight, out of mind. Maybe releases the aggression toward them and just starts wandering again and then do it again. Don't know if that'd work or not. One time in a game a long time ago I was playing, I had the base would be right here. Thrumbo was over here. For some reason the Thrumbo had decided it wanted to go to a point over there. I had one colonist just kind of walking behind and started shooting, and the Thrumbo didn't react. And so he just kept falling behind and shooting him as he walked the whole way till he got to his destination. Then he turned around and boy, he was fast. And I was able to get around and get back inside, and the turrets did the last couple of shots and it was done. So that was really convenient. I don't expect to ever come across that situation again. So, door there might be a good idea. In which case, we need to react rather quickly to this. Another reason why I've not been running it. Nettie needs to get that built right now. Steel is what is available right now. The only wood that I see, Klaus just picked it up to fuel the generator. So if we put in a steel door right now, can Nettie get there, grab the steel, build it in time for whoever it was, our 3 best shots to be over here ready to react? Let's give that a try. Let's see if that works. Structure, steel door, right there. Nettie, stop everything you're doing and go and take that out. That's your closest steel. You need only 25. Okay, you can do that in one trip. Thrumbo, still wandering this direction. Rokes is tearing these apart. I'm going to keep the game running on a slower speed right now. Klaus is refueling. I can't click on the Thrumbo and get a destination. Consuming grass. Thrumbo just got hungry. Okay, interesting. So Thrumbo isn't consuming more grass, running over here. Okay, so he's doing the herding thing, or the okay, no. There you go. Construction. So with that, how is Rokes? Yep, that's what I thought. Why don't you? Well, you're a good shot though, right? You're not. Okay, Rokes, you come on over here and get these, please. For that matter, actually, what you doing? You want to consume a fine meal. Okay, then just come get these. We won't delay you by making you tear another one down. Thrumbo's there. Nettie's done. Do we do it now or not? Klaus is hauling tortoise. No, I wandered around trying to forbid everything, and I guess I missed one. They're going to want to haul all of these animal carcasses in. So now you're going to haul in corn. All right. So you do that. Nettie's doing that. What else has to be done immediately? Thrumbo looks like he's actually going to be here for a while. So I guess we can get a few of these other things done. Okay, you got those. Nettie, you are consuming a fine meal. Okay, let's get everybody fed before we try this out. And kind of remind myself here. Rabbit's a good shot. Michael was getting better. Brand was a good shot. Eric, I think, was 2. Yeah. Rogues was not. Klaus was not. Nettie was a trigger-happy shot, so not dependable. Okay, so it's really Rabbit. Let's see, go back there. Still a 4. Okay, so Rabbit, Brand, and Eric. Okay. Eric is sleeping. Needs. Ready to... In fact, let's wake him up now. Alright. Kicked him out of bed. He's going to go grab a meal. Oh, do we have a meal? We have a meal. Okay. Is he... We have 2 meals now. Alright, good. Best if they can get a meal rather than having to grab some raw food. I don't like raw food. Wandering still. Okay. So I think this is our plan. Something else we could do is slow them down. Let's do that. Let's put in a dumping zone. It's going to be just a temporary thing. Let's do something like that. Grab this, copy this, paste, and hopefully get Klaus. You are relaxing socially. Okay. Get Klaus to do that. I think Rokes, well, he's on hauling, but he's also on deconstruction. Okay. Nettie's over there. Tell you what, Rokes, I'm going to get you instead to... How do I... Let's kick the priority up here. Critical. I'll go to important. Okay. And Rokes, can you... You cannot. So Rokes is not set to haul. Is that what's going on? Rokes haul 2. That's weird. I guess it is satisfied. We're going to have to get rid of this anyway. I'm going to be building a wall through here. Let's get rid of this one. Delete that. This is all in the wrong place now too. So delete that. Okay. Rokes, can you haul... Why can I not click on these things? I'm confused. That's what happened with that, this guy. The Muffalo's in here. Only certain people could do it. You can't haul it either. Marble chunk. This is calling for stone chunks. Important priority. Why can I not tell him to move that? That is so odd. Who was the one who was actually able to do it in the end? Klaus? Eric? Oh, just dawned on me. I have not triggered them to haul. Since they had been hauled once. Okay. Now, there we go. Now, I assume we're going to go here first, even though that's closer, because that's the important priority. Yes, okay. While you're doing that, Thrumbo's still there. Nettie is still here. I don't believe I've triggered any other ship parts to be deconstructed. Nettie's still there, yeah. Brand failed, area revealed. Okay. Nothing there. Area revealed. Jump to location. Ah, we finally got back behind here. And there's nothing there. Okay. And that's going to make the bedroom ugly now. So let's get this one set to hall. And we'll build a quick stone wall there. Thrumbo's fine. I believe we'll get a message that says Thrumbo is now leaving the area. 8 and 30. 30, 30. That's an odd number. She's almost done. Alright, so let's have Nettie haul components. Alright, so we are pretty well set for components. There's still a lot more ship parts to go and break down, but we really need to be doing other projects right now. Klaus is content hauling stone. Good. Oh, that was the closest stone to there, so he went all the way inside to get that one and all the way back. Well, let's go ahead and set that wall to be built. This is marble. Okay, so marble is there. 130 of them. Good. So structure, steel, marble wall, right there. And I hope they build it from the inside of the room and not from in there. Every once in a while, they'll build themselves into something. 1, 2, 3 spaces. Good. I was hoping I'd left enough room. So I could put 3 guys there shooting away. Survival rifles would be nice. May have to borrow one from Michael on this one, because we're only going to get so many shots before we're out of time. I really need the 3 best shootists there. Speaking of survival rifles, there's something I've been meaning to do for 2 episodes now, and I talk about it and I get distracted. So, where to? I need to put in the machining table. And I don't have a choice of materials, so whatever it is, it is. 5 components and 150 steel. It seems like this would be the right area. Speaking of rogues. Okay. Let's deconstruct this one. And that one. Yep. Some folks are special. Alright. What was that? One colonist is idle. Yeah. Rogues, can you not reserved by Nettie? No, Nettie, I know you want to do everything, but let's let Rogues do some work here too. Okay. You go back to work. And we'll leave that one for now. We'll fix that later. And for that matter, let's tear this one down too. I was going to tear down this interior wooden wall eventually and stone the whole thing. So I may as well do that now. I was doing something. He's getting a little closer. I was going to do the machining bench, but I got to looking at something before the episode. While I'm right here, I'd have to go back to episode 1 and look at this again, but I thought we planted all of this stuff wherever there was rich soil. And yet the rich soil now is only this big. Does the rich soil get used up? I don't know. I don't think I would have continued this. I don't know. I'd have to go back and look. Did we just add more later just because the other was here? Or was there something specific there? Okay. So, time is it? We're 1600, so 4 p.m. Thrumbo is still wandering about. We're not out here anymore. Did we ever pick up that pistol? We did not. Did we ever pick up the supplies out here? We did not. Because we've made a super important task. There's only 2 more to do, and then they'll get back to normal work. Okay. So, machining table. Klaus is bringing in wood to refuel wooden stove. Okay. Nettie is working away at that. Good. Production. Right there. I was asking, is this the best place? I don't know for certain what it's going to use. I assume it's going to use the same kind of components, or components and steel to build the various guns and mechanoid. Wait a minute. Assembling and disassembling machinery, such as guns and mechanoid corpses. Okay, so I assume we're going to be able to build guns out of this. Looking down below there, tailoring, stoves. Yeah, there's nothing else new there except the steel high-tech research bench. All right, I'm going to go with that. Get that one built. Klaus is bringing 2 more there. Brand, you are delivering food to Lumi. We are still out of food. Okay. It takes more time to make the better meals. I'm going to have to switch you over. You're not able to maintain anymore. So let's suspend that one. And unsuspend. Okay. So simple meals now. That's all we're going to be able to do. Am I correct there? Let me verify that. Details. Work amount 5. Close. Details. Work amount 8. It's not that much different. Gains what? Is there a happiness rating? Requires. It's not going to tell me here, is it? I have to go click on the actual meal. Okay. Well, our exterior is definitely getting done. Thrumbo is still content. It said it would hang around for a couple of days, if I recall. Did find some more compacted machinery in here, so I flagged that one a while back. Michael is happy as can be doing his mining. We're about to actually penetrate from the outside into our base. That's a problem. I don't want to deal with that. Thinking a steel door in here would be a good idea. Think of that as a bulkhead toward anybody throwing a grenade, busting in and having to go through this one, then go through this one, to go through this one to get inside. May not be worth the trouble when they can just walk around. Infestation wise too. I still don't know what happens if you get an infestation. Would you get an infestation if this was open? Is it only an enclosed mountain environment? If this was all exposed to the outside, would they do it? That I don't know. The only time I've seen infestations in other videos, they've always been in enclosed rooms. So I don't know if we could relieve that whole issue by just popping that open. And then filling this in right here with stone walls and pretty much sealing us back in at this point. I'm not sure. Might be worth the experiment though. Okay, getting lots done. I mean, we do have a lot of stuff to clean up still. A lot of stuff's been ruined sitting out for so long. Nobody is idle right now. So I don't have a problem with keeping the game at a slower speed and just thinking about things. We do have the walls to place. I've been trying to figure out what to do with the existing gardens. If our rich soil is depleting, then it doesn't matter if we move some of the gardens out over here too. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and lay out some walls. I was looking at these guys right here. We've got sandstone, granite, slate, and marble. We don't have slate and limestone on our map. So the slate came from, well, the marble came, or limestone came from here. The slate must have been another wall somewhere that we tore down early. You know, just something like that. There's steel. That's steel. Oh, we gotta remember to tear that one down and use it. But we don't want to build with those two because we can't create the blocks to produce more. If we have a blueprint sitting here all out of limestone, it'll never get built. So we've got the other 3 to work with, and right now we have the most of marble. Actually, we have a good supply of both. Sandstone the least. Okay. It would be nice to do this out of blocks. Over in the last playthrough, we did it out of wood temporarily because we hadn't gotten to stone cutting yet. We do have stone cutting now, but it means if we don't have enough, it's going to take a long time to finally seal in the last wall. But let's work with that. So we've got 195 granite blocks, and we are basically done with granite blocks, except I'm going to put in one more structure granite right there. That will kind of complete that. So I'm going to get that one built. I assume most everyone's sleeping right now. Yeah. Michael is still out, and he's probably mining away. We've got a good supply of steel over here. That was a great find. So we've got 190 available. Any more that's not been counted? No, I think he'll automatically drop it into a stockpile every time. Okay. Yeah. So 190 is what's available. We want them to enter from here so they exit over here. So that means this one is going to be... Let's do the inner wall first. I'm going to have to, unfortunately, sacrifice that row. Right? It would be nice if it lined up with this outer one over here. So yeah, I think so. So what did I say? 190, and there's already 120. We want to come up to the inside right there. So coming down right alongside that. So right there, that is 90. So we have 100 left. There's 100. Now we're going to subtract some for doors. In fact, let's go ahead and lay those doors out now while they're sleeping. So, boy, I guess steel, just because that's what we have the most of right now. They're going to want to walk through here, so let's give them a door here. I'd say we need to trader from city at the tree. We'll come back to this. What does that mean? A caravan. Okay. So they'll hang around the colony for a few days before leaving. You can attack them, but this will anger their faction. They're coming in from up there. I assume they're going to come like this. Just got me to thinking, if they had been coming in from here, may have been a good time to make our attack. They may have been forced to join the battle if he turned on them as well. But I don't think that's going to be the case. I may be wrong, but I'm guessing they're coming here. Okay. Doors. Steel doors. Now, they're going to walk in and go like so. I'd say... Thinking about too many things at once now. They are going that way. Okay. At each of your doors, you're going to want room to set a trap on both sides. That way the colonists can walk in and reset the traps. You don't want multiple traps running down because they got to step through a trap to go through and reset the next trap. So the more doors you have, the more traps you can have to safely reach. But the more doors you have, the more complicated the system and more areas to bust through if they decide to. But if we went trap, I'm trying to think of pathways here. Right here. Let's do that. So if we did another one there, that's looking pretty even. There, and cancel that guy, and granite wall. So that gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It actually lines up fairly good. There's a 5 in there and a 5 in there. Yeah, let's go ahead and even that out, just for the sake of making it... that didn't work. Granite wall. There we go. They're over here now. Brand is still sleeping. Nettie's up and about. This is still here. Just checking up on myself. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we went 1, 2, 3, 4 door. 1, 2, 3, 4 door. Okay. That gives us room to trap on both sides and still have an entrance over here. So they walk in, they go a little ways before they hit the first trap. I'm liking that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 35? 5 each. 35 blocks left of that one material. Yeah, she's right on it. So, question is, do we want to... What are you? You're marble. Let's make a different colored outer one so the outer wall can be all the same color. Okay. Rather than piecemeal it through. And we do need to get Brand, who is going for a walk. Why don't you come talk to Anna? Do need to get him to continue busting up rocks and making more blocks. So I've got to check his priorities, make sure he's still working on that or still able to. We're a half hour into this episode now. All right. They have 6 components to sell us. I think it would be smart to buy components always, no matter what our quantity is. It's one of those things that is still going to be very hard to find later in the game when you're doing more upper level activities that will probably all require components. So let's concentrate on that goal. Now, we have a 28% Kelvar helmet to sell, because no one's going to want to wear 28% of anything. We don't. They have. Okay, this is their stuff. Any chance there is a survival rifle? No. We have an awful vest. Heavy. Just realized this is finished. I never got to see what it did. Cancel pause. I want to see what this does. Do we start making our own things, or do we need to buy some things? So, bills, add bill. What is available to us? Disassemble mechanoid. Make. Artillery shell. Kelvar helmet. Military helmet. Armor vest. So we can make our own armor vest now. Armor vest. No pop-up. I'm really going to have to do this in multiple steps, aren't I? Details. 2 components, 120 steel. Okay. It's going to be expensive work here. Add bill. So pistol, survival rifle, assault rifle, sniper. No charge rifle. That's probably another level up in complexity for us. Okay. Alright, so we don't need to buy vests, don't need to buy helmets, and we don't need to buy rifles. We can start making them. In fact, let's make that one a #1 priority right now. The assault rifle's nice. I believe the survival's got more range. But let's go ahead and make me 2 of these. Until you have... No, let's just do it 2 times. And armor vest, we'll drop the priority, but it would be nice to get 2 of these guys in. Until you have 2 of them. Alright, we'll just stop there for now. So that helps me to know what to buy or not to buy. Brand, let's continue with this trade. Thank you. Now, so we're going to make our own vest. Not going to get into power armor. What do we have to sell? Wooden mace we don't need. The longsword, if I remember, was not as good as... Let's see here. Let's do this way. Damage 17 in 2.5 seconds. Gladius. Damage 10. 1.5 seconds. So that's kind of like a 15. The same amount of time as the other one. Now the uranium shiv. Long cooldown time. Okay. So that one could definitely go. That's theirs. Okay. Well, that is ours right there. Sell that one. Medicine. We want to sell these is what I'm thinking about. But while I'm thinking about it, we could sell these guys or we could buy some medicine. 18 is not bad. We have a pretty good supply right now. I think we'll just hang on to what we've got. and not add to it. Artillery shells, we only have 6. We can make our own now. Do we want to make our own out of components that are hard to find? I don't think so. Let's buy those. So 161 going that way. Okay. Alright, so this is the best of these two. I suspect we already have the best weapons on us, so let's go ahead and sell these two. Okay. So with that, I think we're good. They're going to give us a bunch of money. Yeah, we're good. Alright, so accept that, and we're done. So we still have the Thrumbo to think about, who is sleeping. It is 6 in the morning. Nettie's working on our wall, and we want to go in with the marble to do the outer wall. So, structure, marble, correct? Marble blocks, yeah, 285. So, opening is right there, so this goes to here, and up to there, and seals. Okay, I'm going to pause before everybody gets the command to go and build those. Steel door. There, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I didn't notice the quantity, unfortunately. So I don't know how many we're actually going to require and how many are left to start laying this one out. Okay, so Brand, what's it going to take to get you working on blocks again? Work, Brand, 1 for cook. That was to get the butchering done. Butchering is done. Okay, so we could leave that. Oh, Brand is spending a lot of time with Lumi. That's where he's being distracted. Otherwise, he's on craft as a number 1 and a warden. So he should go straight out to work on blocks, and he just did. Good. He's working on a sandstone block right now, but that's fine. We'll let the variety happen. We'll use them as we can. All right. So Nettie went to get Rokes went to get more for somebody, and this was the closest job to wherever that person was standing at the moment. All right. So Thrumbo is still out here. We have the ability to pull this off. Who is going to work on this? All right. Let's get a little information. Not going to tell us. Is this considered crafting? It's not tailoring. It's considered smithing. There we go. So our best smith is Brand. Ouch. Nettie's our next best. Nettie and Brand are pretty comparable in skills. They're from the first group that came in. Yeah, so we kind of handpicked them. I'm sorry, Brand came later. Yeah, the first group's right here, I think. Kind of reordered some things. That's right, things have been moving around. Was Michael was the 4th one? I don't recall now who the original 3 were. It may have been this group right here. But I don't remember if Brand was in the middle of that or not. I don't think there's any way to verify it without going back and watching episode 1 again for me. Okay, outdoors, looking to see. Eric is busy researching what? Mortars. What else can Eric do? That was his primary skill, right? Eric, research. You're at 13 now, doing really good. You can construct, though, and repair. You're pretty decent at it. And you can hunt. You can hunt. That's right. You know, I didn't see... That's right, they're not selling their Muffalo. Their Muffalo are pack animals. Muffalo gear, yeah. These are all the things that they're here to sell. So they're not here to sell Muffalo. Okay. Just looking to see if any of their animals have moved onto the scene here. A bear. Hey, hey. Grizzly's Hope. Is that the new name of our town? Huh. Let me think about that. The splash screen starting the episode, I don't think it says Cougar's Hope anywhere. Tell me what you think in the comments. Do we want to change the name of the town to the prevailing predator of the moment. Grizzly's hope. Do we form a relationship with our new predator and risk the disappointment of the next lost predator? We have an alpaca. Tame. Before that grizzly gets it. Speaking of grizzly, where'd you go? I know it was lower, but I didn't see it when I saw the alpaca. Oh, you're clear down here. Okay. That's interesting. So, Grizzly, who are you? Healthy? 15 years old? Female? Food and rest are fine? No relationships? You don't have cubs nearby? Interesting. That's queued up. What are you? You are compacted plasteel. We'll need you to get out of here. I will need you for a few other projects to build too. Alright, well this is being assembled. Steel is still sitting over here, a little bit in there. Steel over here. Do we punch through? We did get that door built. I think I'm going to queue that up. Oops, what did I click on? I don't know. Oh, I clicked on the plasteel. Which is somewhere. Okay, zoom out. Plasteel. No. Oh well, it was somewhere. Anyway, let's architect orders mine. Let's take that out. Let's open that up. Bad guys are going to walk through. Pound on door. That is a problem. That is a problem. Let's start the process of filling this in. Marble, we know we have lots of. Right there. Nettie, you are hauling steel to door. Actually, can you do this instead? Thank you. Let's put 3 in here solid. I don't think anything's going to wander in, knowing that it's easier to walk around. So 3 chunks of wall through should be a deterrent. And we just won't use any more of this. We will go through the outside to get to it, since we're doing that pretty much anyway. Yeah, I think that's a plan. That way it relieves, if this opening this up does cause infestations not to happen, it relieves one more stress from us for a while we deal with other things. Nettie, why don't you do this one first, and we're going to do one more. Then you guys continue this one. We do need to think of turrets. I'm thinking right here would be good. We need to think of traps too. In fact, we can get to working on that one right now, but let's get Nettie done with this one. Marble wall right there. And building marble wall. I don't know if this is the marble wall you're building. Let's make sure it is. Okay. So with that, that's done. Alright, so let's fortify this area. Maybe next episode, as Brand continues to pound out more rocks, we'll be able to fortify this area. But let's see what it takes to kind of finish this off. We're hitting that 45-minute mark, so we got to kind of be shutting this down soon. What is first? I'd say traps are first. 70 each. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to wait. They may kind of walk through as a shortcut and walk through a trap. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is, what did I say? 70. So it's 490 steel right there. Is that right? 7 times 70? Yeah. It's a lot of steel. It may be a while before we can effectively fill all of this and all of this in with traps. Okay. Improvised turret. I'm thinking a blast radius of at least 2 spaces to each side, a total of 5. That's probably about right, especially if I put stone around it. I think that would help limit the blast radius. So they're leaving town. If I put stone around it, I'm going to lose some of our planting areas. What I'm thinking through right now. But if I could get one here shooting this direction, and one somewhere over here shooting that direction. Or we'll just place it. One there and one there. They're not too close to each other. They're not too close to a wall. We can put 2 layers of stone around it to make sure the blast radius doesn't hit anything around it. We're going to lose some plants here. We're going to lose some plants there. It may be that we'll put a redundant amount of crops out here someday. We might even pop a wall around, I don't know, maybe 2 of these and get a little growing area for the winter. Where are we now? 8th of fall. Fall is 15 days. So he's building them. Oh, he's going to walk through them to build them. Let's see if he continues that once they're set. Okay, don't do any more stupid building. No building yourselves into a wall or into a trap. Alright, but this is coming along faster than I thought it would. With just 2, maybe 3 builders working, we've done a lot of work. Okay, so these guys here, let's power to it and switch to it. Switch will be right there. I think that's a good placement for it. Power, switch, yeah, right in there. We can get to it from inside and turn it on. Power. I think we can get them to connect from there. One way to find out. Security. No, it's not there to even simulate. I've got to have a live wire to simulate, but there's the distance. So I'm pretty sure both of these can reach that. And if anyone blows up, neither will take out that space, which will break the connection to the other. So that should be fine. That was the problem we had here. This one blew up, took that one out, which this one no longer had anything to connect to. That's still probably a little bit close. Alright, traps are being built. Turrets are in place. Switch, power. This is almost considered ready. Question is whether they will take this one or still come around this way. We still have our turrets in place for, in case they do. Let's get stone around this. So zone and stockpile. Let me think here. Is there a way to cause them to not grab from a certain stockpile first? If this was set to the, to critical, boy. Oh, I can't anyway. I have to kill these in order to do it. Okay, so click away. Let's zone, delete zones. Okay. Hate to lose these trees, but I guess there's no way around it. I really want to shield everything from that blast. Okay, so dumping stockpile. Click on that and expand it to... No, not going to block that doorway. Right click. Alright, do it again. Dumping. We'll go from there to there. This is a door that may not be used as much. In fact, that might only be used to reset the traps. Okay. So with that, click away. Minus that. 2 layers of stone basically around it. Let's do the same thing here. Minus pathways to get through. So dumping stock, no, delete zone. 1, 2, need to delete that. And that's it. Okay. So dumping stockpile, you're going to go there. And click away, delete zone. Probably like that. Alright, we haven't set instructions for this yet, but let's delete that one. Okay, so if I were to give it the priority of this one, storage, copy, and this one paste, I wonder if Brand will be less likely to grab from this group to cut stone from. We'll see. If not, any other new ones that need to be dumped somewhere will go into these first. So they'll replace whatever he's taking. But the closer your turrets are to your work area, the more likely he's going to be stealing all of them. You know, all the stones from those stockpiles. So with that, can we call this one done? We're pretty well laid out here. It may be a time later that we will... I see I do need to delete at least that. That we will want to put a third row in here, but that's a lot of materials away. I'm going to hit pause just in case we do get an alert. But let's go ahead while I'm thinking of it and zone and delete. It does take everything away. Okay. I need to click away from that, or it'll automatically, I believe, take all of it away. Okay. So we got to redo that tomorrow. That we may not have any stones here anyway. That may not be a necessity. So next time we've got to kind of do the same thing out over here somewhere. Probably from that point to about halfway up this wall, I think. Now we could go from this point. It'd be nice to get some more safe space inside here for growing, kind of like we've got here. Though it'd be also nice not to blow up our crops every time a turret goes, so we got to think about that. And we need to think about a new prison layout. And we need to get these doors built. We need to get more trees. Oh, we do have the trees queued up. Why are they not doing it? One last little thing to check here. Work, cut. Plant cut. I'm pretty sure that's it right there, and we're all 2s and 3s. Who could be said to just take out trees? Michael was doing it, but then he likes mining better. We're eventually going to run out of mining. I need the hauling happening that is happening. No, if we just get if we just get the cutting done. Horse cutting right there. Let's add an eddy to it next time. Alright, so with that, let's call this one done. Got our priorities for next time, and half a dozen other things that I've missed, like all of the cleaning that's got to get done in here, so that we don't start getting mood problems. Okay, well, let's call this one finished. This has been Noble Rambler. Hit the like and subscribe if you would, and I will catch you later, folks. Bye-bye.